Ayan na, ayan na. So, I will show you guys how to set the subwoofer levels. Kung ano yung combinations, possible combinations using the oscilloscope and the digital multimeter. And I will also show you why it's not recommended to use the DMM to set your gains. Okay, so subwoofer lang tayo guys kasi libre ito, libre. Wala tong bayad. Next time na, sa seminar na yung seminar na yung lahat-lahat. So ngayon subwoofer lang. Okay, let's start. So we have our Kenwood head unit. Preloaded na yan with the Rockford Fosgate setup disc. Yan yung mga tones niya. But I'm using the older version. Same tracks except for there's a special track in the old Rockford test disc. Yon. So this is the output of the RCA front pre-out ng head unit. Then it is connected to our digital storage oscilloscope. So we will slowly increase our volume to find the maximum unclipped level. Pero pagpasensyahan nyo na medyo madumi yung sinusoidal wave ko kasi we're just running off a power supply Vitar amp step 100A, kaya medyo madumi. Okay, so at full volume walang clipping yung head unit. So we will measure the voltage using the DMM, so that I will show you the difference of using a DMM and an oscilloscope. Yan. Sa kabilang channel ito. At 1K 0 dB test tone, we're only running 0.671 volts, less than a volt. Now, if you will base your setup using the DMMs, yung tendency naman is you will read the effing manual. Yan. So the pre-out level is rated at 3.5 volts as advertised by Kenwood. But during our measurement at full volume, nasa 0.67 volts lang tayo. So saan yung 3.5 volts niya? It's missing. Hahanapin natin yan guys. Relax lang. So our RCA now is at the front pre-out. Lilipat ko siya sa subwoofer out. Kasi our topic for today is subwoofer. Kasi libre lang to. Libre. Yan. So yan yung subwoofer output. Pre-out. We're still running 1K 0 dB. So lipat natin sa track 8. Ano yun? Track 8 is 40 Hz 0 dB. Yun, malikot na ating oscilloscope. Yan. Okay lang guys, carry pa guys. Relax lang kayo guys. Hihinaan natin yan. Likot niya. Kalimutan ko ng settings nitong OC ko. Anyways, let's measure the voltage. Kita nyo ba? It's still unclipped. So the voltage is now 1.5 volts. So tumaas na. Pero far from the 3.5 volts pa rin. 3 to 3.5 volts. So saan yan siya? Let's check the subwoofer level. Function, audio control, subwoofer level. Yan, so nasa 0 ang subwoofer level natin. We slowly increase. We will observe the sine wave kung saan siya magki-clip. So sa head unit pa lang, you get the maximum unclipped level of the subwoofer level plus yung head unit main volume. So at +6, plus 7, yun, parang may clipping na. Yan, yun. Yun. You can see the bottom half, may clipping na at subwoofer level plus 7. Baba natin isa. Yun, notice nyo, malinis na siya. So let's measure the voltage ng pre-out natin. Ayun, 3 volts na siya. Yung advertised voltage pala nasa pre-out lang ng subwoofer level, sa maximum unclipped level ng subwoofer pre-out. Yun. So if you're gonna use the DMM right away to measure the maximum unclipped level, mauubos oras mo kung saan mo hahanapin yung 3 volts. Kasi Kenwood, it's a prank! Okay guys, so advantage ng oscilloscope, may visual aid ka. Hindi ka nangangapa sa dilim, unlike sa DMM. Okay, so moving on. Sa maximum volume ng head unit plus subwoofer level na plus 6, sure na tayo na ang output ng RCA natin dito sa ating Steg DSP4 na DSP amp ay malinis at walang clipping. So let's plug it in. Yun. Ngayon ang pre-out natin, the line out is connected to a Sound Magus DK600 monoblock. Yun. Tapos may Steg TSP amp. Tsaka yung connected to the laptop. Okay, next. Oy, reklamo na ang DMM natin. Nareklamo na si DMM, si DSO, yung digital storage oscilloscope. Di pa nagrereklamo. Okay, so next is to, pero guys, take note, naset ko na yan. Naset na yan siya. Your installer should have set it also. Now we'll take a reading sa output ng subwoofer output. Ito boss ha, subwoofer output. Yun, subwoofer output. So malinis ang subwoofer output natin. Now let's try if makakapag line drive pa ba tayo. So our subwoofer level is at 0. Yan. Nasa 0 pa tayo. Now we'll try to increase it. And we will check the scope as we increase the level. Yun. Kita nyo, tumataas yung signal. We will continue to increase the subwoofer output from the DSP. Wait, repeat pa yung track. Yun. 5.6. Yun. You can see it's starting to clip. Atras tayo konti. Yan. Malinis na. We are at sub level. Ben, klaro ah. 5.5. Nag 5.5 tayo. But we will not touch na the main. Zero muna tayo. Kasi libre ito. Libre. Next time na yung full range natin. But you will take into consideration also the main volume level if you are going to set everything na. Pero ngayon subwoofer lang muna. So at 5.5 subwoofer level, malinis pa rin ang signal natin. Remember, take note, we're still running at 0 dB tone, 40 Hz. Let's check the voltage. Pag gumamit kayo ng DMM, Oops, hindi makita ang yan. So you are at 4.12 volts. At this point, wala ka ng guide ngayon if you're using the DMM on the proper level, kung ano yung tama na level ng pre-out ng DSP mo. So still, advantage ng oscilloscope, you are sure that whatever you're putting to the amplifier is unclipped. So we'll plug this sa Sound Magus GK600. Yun. So dito na magkakaalaman. So we've set the gain 0 muna, bass boost at 0, low pass filter at full, because the DSP will dictate the cutoff frequencies, and the subsonic at 0. Okay. Now we will put our, dito na masasagot yung tanong ni Bossing kung ano ang setting ng knob, tsaka yung gain, tsaka yung mga percent nila. So we'll connect this guys sa output ng Sound Magus. Huwag ka lang mag-short. Yun. Para hindi tayo puputok. Yan guys, connected na tayo. Ang scope natin, ang probe, connected to the Sound Magus DK600. Ang lakas-lakas. Yan, pahin natin boss. Ganyan. So, malinis ang signal. Hinaan pa natin. Kasi, our gain is still at 0. Now, kung dadagdagan, there are many ways to set your gains. Ito na yun. Ito na yung tanong ni Bossing. Saan daw niya ilalagay ang kanyang bass knob? Tama lang ba sa 30% or sa 50% or sa 100%? That's why it's important to know the maximum unclip level of your preamp signals. From the Kenwood head unit, yung main volume niya, plus yung subwoofer level niya, plus yung subwoofer output ng settings ng Steg DSP. Because the higher voltage you are feeding to your amplifier, the higher preamp, the lower gain you're going to give your amplifier to get the necessary output. So ayan na, tataas natin guys wait, replay pa ata to. Replay. Oh, ba't hindi na nag-play ang natin? Yung signal. Where's our signal? Ba't bigla nawala ang signal natin? Ay, yan. Kasi we've set our controller to 0. So when we adjust our gain sa gain ng amp, ito, gain ng amp, onboard gain knob ng amplifier. Yun, sumasayaw na. Sumasayaw. Yun. Yan. Kita nyo guys, nasa full gain ako. Yan. Yan. At full gain, ganyan signal niya. So that is severe clipping. Actually, hindi pa severe clipping. It's just clipping. Again. Replay. Yan. So bawasan natin ang gain. Reduce the gain. Yun. So we now have a clean signal at minimum. So naka full head unit tayo, a full volume sa head unit. Now ang problem nito guys is pag nag-set ka sa 0, tapos your installer already set the amplifier gain, the onboard gain ng subwoofer amp ninyo to the maximum unclip level, wala ka ng allowance dito. Ayan nyo ha. Check. Check the signal. Check. Na, clip na. Atras tayo konti. Yun. So this is at ano ba to? 10%. So, nasa 10%. Tama ba? 10. 20%. Nasa 20%. So, nag-clip ka na. Now, if you go to 30%, clip ka pa rin. So, it's important to know saan banda yung knob mo setting based on the gain structure or the gain settings dito sa amp set by your installer. So, you have to ask your installer. Now, kung gusto mo naman ng 50%, gusto mo at 50, hinaan mo ito ng gain. Back to 0. Baka sumabog. Yan. So, kung gusto mo naman na nasa 50% ka, nasa 50%. Yun. Then, we set our gain. Slowly increase the gain of the amplifier. Saan yun? Yun. Let's increase the gain. Oh, clip na siya. Yan. So, that's the clean signal. So, you are now at 50%. So, pag nag-0 ka, ganyan, you can reach 50% without clipping. Wait lang. Yun. So, you are now at 50%. If you go beyond 50%, clipping starts. Yun. So, papakita ko sa inyo ngayon, can you do 100%? Of course, pwede. You just need to readjust your gain sa amplifier. So, let's do 100%. 100% gain. Then, we increase the onboard pots ng amplifier to set our gain. Yun. Oops. Yun. Clip, clip, clip. Yan. So, yan. At maximum level, plus 6 ng subwoofer mo. Tapos, exit natin. Maximum level ng head unit mo, there's no clipping sa subwoofer amp mo. So, pwede mong hinaan. Wait lang, repeat. Track repeat muna. Yun. Pwede mong hinaan. Pwede mo rin palakasan. Yan. So, anong advantage pag ganito yung setup mo? The advantage is, at full volume, kahit nakasagad itong bass knob mo, you are ensured of a clean signal dun sa amplifier output mo. Yan. Now, when will you use the 20, 30, 50% kung gusto niyo pag-usapan yung percentage? It depends upon your listening habit. Kung gusto mo naman na mahina lang yung volume mo, let's say 20, yun yung gusto nila, 20 daw, 20. So, at volume 20, kita mo ngayon, pag in-increasean mo, mahina pa rin yung subwoofer output mo. So, you have to reset the gain. If you want low level listening, pero meron kang high headroom sa subwoofer output mo. So, you set the gain. Wait lang nga, repeat track. Yun. Oh, clip. Yun. So, at 50%. At full volume, clip na siya. You cannot go past 50%. Pero if your listening habit is nasa 20 ka lang, you can still bump it up without the danger of clipping. Now, ang problem nito is, if you forgot that your setting is at maximum, tapos nag-increase ka ng volume dito, kasi yung track mo is mahina. Example mahina yung track mo, you're gonna increase the volume. Sa 32 pa lang, nag-clip ka na. Your vocals, your mid-range are not clipping, pero yung sub mo is clipping na pag nakalimutan mo na ganito. So, you run the danger of hard clipping your amp sa ganitong setting. Especially na pag nag-set ka ng gains mo sa 20%. So, the way I do it is, I do full, tapos I adjust my gains sa scope. Saan yun? Yan. Para at full volume, full ito, you don't run the risk of clipping your amps. Okay, now we'll talk about the DMM. Yung DMM naman, ito na. Ito na. Yung iba, DMM ang gagamitin nila kasi it's all they have. We'll check the voltage level ng amplifier mo. So, yan. 33.64 volts. So, ang gagawin ng gumagamit ng DMM na ngayon is they will compute the rated power of the amplifier with regards to the voltage. So, nasa 33 tayo, 33 something volts. Now, we know that the amplifier Sound Magos puts out 600 watts. So, may formula silang ginagamit ganito. Yun. Ito yung turo ni Mark sa CAF. So, voltage equals the square root of impedance, 2 ohms. 2 ohms yung amp. So, we're expecting 2 ohms from our speakers. Yun yung, if you want to maximize the amp, 2 ohms impedance. Tapos, 600 watts. So, square root nya, 1, 2. The voltage is 34.64 volts. So, yun ang sinasabi ng iba na they use the DMM to measure, to set the power levels ng gain, which makes sense naman. So there's 33, unclipped siya, 33 volts, close to 34.6 volts, so it's close to 600 watts. So at first glance, tama yung DMM kasi nakuha nyo yung 600 watts, pero we are under the assumption na yung everything ng preamp signal natin is unclipped. Alam natin na unclipped tayo because we were using the oscilloscope. Now, what if we don't use the oscilloscope? Remember, ang output ng steg natin kanina is 4 volts dito, di ba? Now, steg doesn't state somewhere in their manual na nasa 4 volts yung signal niya. I checked, wala. Ito yung specification niya. Ito lang yung specs niya. Walang 4 volts sa pre-out. Now, sample guys ha. Ito yung tricky part. Alam natin ang 5.5 level ng subwoofer natin is unclipped because we use the oscilloscope. So what if we put it 7.6? Yun yung setting mo. Okay, 7.6. If you look at the scope, clip na siya. Pero since you don't have a scope and you rely on your DMM, you presume now that the preamp signal na pumapasok dito sa amp mo is clean. Kasi you don't have any visual guide kasi ang gamit mo is only the DMM. Now, tingnan natin anong mangyari. Remember, 34.64 volts is 600 watts. So, yung mga gumagamit ng DMM to set their gains, ang gagawin nila is they will adjust the amp set nila yung gain nila to 34.64. So babaan natin na 34. Wait lang, repeat pa ang track. 34.64. Oops, sumobra. 34.64. Yan. So 34.64 is 600 watts. So nakuha nila yung 600 watts. But look at our scope. It's unclean 600 watts. Take note ha. Unclean 600 watts. So you are clipping, hard clipping your amplifier. So babaan pa natin ng gain. Baba natin ng gain. Gawin natin 18 volts. 18 volts tayo. Kasi kung mag-clip siya sa 12 o'clock, ilagay natin sa 9 o'clock. Yan. Gawin natin 18 volts. 18 volts tayo guys ha. O yan. 18 volts. Repeat track muna. Yan, 18 volts. 18 volts na lang tayo guys. Around 100 watts na lang yan. Pero look at your curve. It is still unclean. So you are supplying your subwoofer with 160 I believe, pag 18 volts, 160 watts of unclean power. Kaya iba nagtataka, umuusok pa rin yung subwoofer na kahit mahina na yung gain because they are feeding their amplifiers unclean signal. So nakita nyo na guys, yan yung difference if you're just using DMM to set your gain. Sabi nga ni Mark sa CAF, ang problem if you're using the DMM is you presume that what you are feeding your downstream signal is unclipped. Pero how would you know? Okay, kita nyo na guys. So, it depends on your listening habit. Yung ito, yung setting ng bass knob nyo. So, you go ask your installer saan nakaset yung bass knob nya and you adjust from there. Tingnan nyo, kahit hinaan ko pa to guys. Kahit hinaan ko pa tong level. Mahina yan masyado. But still, your signal is unclean yan. Tingnan nyo. It's not a clean sinusoidal wave. Yan, marumi pa rin. It is unclean. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you like my video. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to my channel kahit wala pa. Okay guys, thank you. Good night.